GCK-King's Circle with Pastor Dr. W.F Kumuyi.
You're welcome to today's GCK-King's Circle. I am Grace Iromoseli and my co-host is
Marvelous Opaleke. Amazing viewers, I am also pleased to see you.
Marvelous. Do you know that if you do not forgive, neither will your Father which is in heaven forgive you?
You're absolutely right.
On this subject, we cannot wait to listen to the elucidation of our insightful and pragmatic convener, Dr. W.F Kumuyi.
However, before we proceed, let us listen to this heartfelt musical interlude.
Welcome back. Listen and be transformed completely.
Unmerciful receivers of forgiveness without repentance. Unmerciful, unmerciful, unmerciful. You see, when you act in such a way that people have to be asking, is that our pastor really? Is that our helper really? Did he come to help us, or did he come to create fire for us? Are those people helping? Are they supportive? We cannot tell, because they're so unmerciful. They receive forgiveness when they offend, and the leader knows. He says, okay, please go and pray, change the style, live this way. They are happy to receive the forgiveness from leadership, but when they go to other people and they say, didn't I tell you not to put that thing there? You want to spoil the work, I want to spoil my leadership. And then the way they act, and we don't know in the public, we see them as gentle and nice in the public because that's the way they appear when they relate with us in leadership. But when they go to those other people, my, those people, were it not for the commitment they have to Christ, they will run away from that place of work. The Lord wants us to share and to give the same mercy, the same compassion, the same forgiveness we have from others, to give that to those who offend us. But if we don't have repentance, we can't do it. It will be plastic, it will be make-believe. It says the people are merciful receivers of forgiveness without repentance. In Matthew chapter 18, reading from verse 28, but the same servant went out and found one of his fellow servants, which owed him 100 pence, and laid hands on him and took him by the throat. You don't want him to breathe, you want to kill him by the throat, saying, pay me that thou owest. Verse 29, it says, and a fellow servant is not inferior to him. Fellow servant, fellow worker, fellow pastor, fellow preacher, fellow leader, fellow citizen. And his fellow servant fell down at his feet and besought him, saying, have patience with me. Don't be that rough. Have patience with me, and don't be that impatient. Have patience with me, and I will pay thee all. Verse 30, in verse 30, and he would not, but went and cast him into prison till he should pay the debt. Verse 31. So when his fellow servants saw other people are watching, we may say you are a good man. Your own fellow workers, fellow leaders can tell whether you are or not. Because the way you walk, you always put your hand at the back and you're walking like this. When we say it's gentle and meek and lowly, but what can we tell? The people who know you, your fellow servants, your fellow workers, and the fellow members, your age mate, and the people that are familiar with you, they can tell what a life is all about. And his fellow servants saw what was done, and they were very sorry. They were sorrowful. How could a man, not a beast? How could a man, not an animal? How could a person living in this community and under this compassionate leadership, how can such a person act like this? They were very sorry and sorrowful, and they came and told unto their Lord all that was done. Why did they come to tell their Lord? And why don't you come to tell the higher power that can handle that person? Well, you're hiding the attitude, the action, the activity of that person. Well, you're hiding. You want him to keep on hurting other people, driving away people from the church. You want him to keep on acting like this, like a tyrant, driving away people from the work of the Lord. But these people, they could not handle him. What you cannot handle, why don't you tell those who can handle him? And they came and told unto their Lord all that was done. In verse 32, then his Lord, after he had called him, can I bring you back? That fellow servant that held the throat of a fellow servant, all these other servants, he didn't offend them directly, so they didn't go to him and say, you have offended us. No, it wasn't against them he did that thing. We need to understand the scriptures. They went to the leader who could handle him. They couldn't have handled him. Have knowledge, have understanding. And after that, his leader, the Lord called him and said unto him, O thou wicked servant, I forgive thee all that debt, because thou desertest me. Then in verse 33, shouldest not thou also have had compassion on thy fellow servant? What I did to you in showing compassion, in showing love, in giving you mercy. You should have been in jail with your wife, with your children, all the days of your life, because you couldn't pay what you owed me. Shouldn't you show the same compassion, the same mercy to thy fellow servant, even as I had pity on thee? That's the kind of love the Lord wants us to show. Even as he, the God of heaven, has had pity on us.
Just comply by
Being merciful.
See you in the next edition.
Be the dream, be royal.
We believe that you've been impacted. Pastor Dr. W.F Kumuyi will love to hear from you. Please visit our social media platforms and don't forget to join us on the next episode of GCK King's Circle.